to take your creator business seriously, let's talk LLCs. Hi, I'm Katie Calloway with Cookie Finance. We are the accounting company that works exclusively and specifically with content creators and influencers just like yourself. Today we are talking about LLCs, what they are, if you need one, how they can benefit you as a creator. Whether you've been earning money as a content creator for years or if you're just starting out and just starting to monetize, having an LLC in place can be very beneficial for a multitude of reasons. So we're going to go ahead and dive right on into it. First and foremost, what is an LLC? Well, it stands for a limited liability company. This is what legitimizes you in the eyes of the IRS as a real business. I always like to say that the IRS looks for 3 green flags, let's call them, when determining if your write-offs are for a legitimate business or if they're for a hobby. The very first of those is having an LLC in place. The LLC is going to give you as a content creator credibility by showing the IRS, like, yes, what you're doing is a legitimate business. For example, let's say that you are making content on Twitch, you're streaming video games, and you know, because you are a monetized creator, that your PlayStation 5, your Nintendo Switch, your Elgato capture cards, all of those things are very necessary for you to even be able to create content in the first place. I know that that's a legitimate business expense. You know that that's a legitimate business expense, but we want the IRS also to know that that is a legitimate business expense. And having an LLC in place is that first green flag. Another IRS green flag, and something that you can get after having an LLC, and it's a benefit of having an LLC, is applying for an employer identification number or an EIN. An EIN is also great to have because if you don't have one, you're likely using your personal social security number to get your Google AdSense, to put on those W-9 forms as you're getting brand deals. And while that's not the worst thing ever, God forbid there's ever to be a leak, we want to make sure that your personal identity, your personal social security number, that is protected. And that is where the EIN comes into play. You can use that business employer identification number in place of what your social security number would be on those forms. Forming an LLC and getting to use that EIN and not your social security number means more protection for you. The third green flag that the IRS looks out for, and something that you can open by having an LLC, is a separate dedicated business banking account. One thing that you do not want to do as a creator is mix all of your personal income with your business income and all of your personal expenses with your business expenses. Separating that out is a huge, huge win, not only in the eyes of the IRS, but also just to keep you organized. Think of an LLC like a force field between your business and your personal life. Now, when talking about the benefits of having an LLC, yes, you can get that EIN. Yes, you can open up a separate business banking account. But also, one of the biggest reasons that creators should have an LLC is to protect you legally. Not that this ever would happen, but let's just use the scenario. If you were to get sued, if you did not have an LLC to protect you and separate your personal and business assets, whoever is suing you, assuming that they win, they can go after your house, your car, those personal assets that are near and dear to you. However, if you do have an LLC in place, then your personal and business assets are separated. And as a content creator, your business assets are pretty minimal. It's not like you have factories or giant heavy machinery or anything like that. So the most that someone can go after would be the business assets. And that way your house, your car, your dog, your wife, your husband, your kitchen sink, all of those things are protected. Now, those are definitely the main benefits of forming an LLC as a content creator. However, it definitely is worth mentioning that having an LLC simply gives you credibility. As you are growing and being monetized as a creator, if you're negotiating brand deals on your own behalf, or if you're in talks with agents or managers to represent you, having an LLC already in place shows that you're serious as well. LLCs give you street cred. Brands take you way more seriously if you're operating as a legitimate company. And there also is a mindset shift that happens when you form your LLC that says, hey, I am taking this seriously. I am a legitimate content creator. Here's my limited liability company in place. I feel like I have been throwing a lot of buzzwords at you: LLC, EIN. I didn't even get to a BOI. We can talk about that in another video. So a lot of this might seem overwhelming, stressful. As a creator, you might not really know where to begin. Where do you go to form your LLC, open up your business banking account? Well, that is exactly why we over here at Cookie Finance created Creator Business Essentials. It's for creators just like yourself. If you are in those early stages of being monetized and you want that foundation in place, Creator Business Essentials is $29 a month, and we form your LLC for you. We handle all annual compliance involved as well, including giving you a registered agent to protect your address. We handle the EIN and BOI filings for you, so you can focus on just creating content. And then finally, yes, it also includes a dedicated Cookie Finance digital business banking account. So all of those green flags that I mentioned earlier, we handle them for you, just $29 a month. And that way you can rest assured that your foundation is squared away. You can focus on creating content and not have to worry about getting all of these things in place. If you're interested in Creator Business Essentials and want to form your LLC, click the link in the description box below and we'll get you all squared away. One of the most fun parts about forming your LLC is deciding what to name it. Now, we do have a few tips. You want to choose something that protects your identity, because keep in mind, a lot of this information is public. So a huge piece of advice that we give content creators is, listen, you may or may not be a big viral star right now, but winds can blow, algorithms can change, and you could become mega famous overnight, quite literally. So with that in mind, we always advise to steer clear of naming your LLC anything that explicitly states who you are, like your first and last name or your handle that you go by online. For example, you don't want to be Jake Paul LLC or Emma Chamberlain LLC. You want to think of something a little bit more unique. Also, when forming your LLC, 99% of the time, you want to form this LLC in the state in which you live. There are a few exceptions. You can ask questions down in the comments below, and we're happy to clarify. But the majority of the time, you want to be operating and working in the same state in which your LLC was formed. This is going to give you all of those fantastic legal benefits that we talked about earlier. Forming your LLC can turn your passion into a legitimate business. So if it's something that you've been considering, again, check out Creator Business Essentials. We are happy to walk you through every step of the way. And remember, forming an LLC isn't just for big companies or corporations. It's for small businesses and content creators just like yourself. Thanks so much for watching. Again, this is Katie with Cookie Finance, and we will see y'all in the next one. Let us know what videos you want to see next. Tax, bookkeeping, and accounting services exclusively for content creators and influencers. That's Cookie Finance.